So thousands of conservative activists gathering just outside of Washington for the annual CPAC conference that got underway this morning. Chief political correspondent Carl Cameron is reporting live from National Harbor, Maryland. So how's it going there so far, Carl?
Hi, Martha. It's just getting going. It's kind of a quiet crowd. It's early in the morning. This is going to be a 2.5, 3-day event. Conservatives come from all over the country. This morning, the kickoff speaker amongst the presidential candidates was Dr. Ben Carson, the neurosurgeon who has been lighting up conservatives across the country for the last couple of years. There's a draft movement for his potential presidential campaign. He says he hasn't made up his mind yet. He was on stage just a little while ago, and he had a cautionary note for Republicans in Congress about Obamacare, saying before it gets ousted, before it gets taken away, they need to come up with a real serious alternative. And as all these candidates will be doing, they're taking shots at Democrats, either the president or the Democrat who would like to succeed him. Watch.
I've advocated a system, and I hope Congress will listen very carefully to what I'm about to say, because they need to grasp a health care alternative before they try to remove Obamacare. What am I for? What am I really ready for? I'm not ready for Hillary.
Now, the crowd went, we missed the applause at the end of that. The crowd absolutely ate it up. Ben Carson did wake up this crowd. There will be a real test of conservatism in all of this in the next couple of days. The CPAC, Conservative Political Action Conference, is put on by the American Conservative Union. For years, this has been considered one of the events that sort of kicks off the presidential cycle. Most of the people who come here, frankly, a little bit younger, more libertarian than the normal conservative. This is a group of people, a lot of them are students who are bussed in here from around the country. This is sort of the kickoff of the organizing stage where all the campaigns get going around the country out on the states.
Yeah. And those numbers have been good for Rand Paul the past couple of years, winning the straw poll there. There's a lot of potential candidates
twice
in the mix. What about the more establishment candidates who hope to woo this crowd as well today, Carl?
Well, being a so-called establishment candidate is not all that popular here at the Conservative Political Action Conference. There's an awful lot of conservatives who say if you got a foot in the establishment wing, they really don't want to talk to you. There's a lot of Tea Party experience here. Rand Paul won the straw poll the last 2 times. He's looking to pull off a win the 3rd time. The folks you're really talking about, of course, former Florida Governor Jeb Bush. He is considered by most to be the establishment candidate. His father was a president. His brother was a president. He's dominating in the early fundraising and getting commitments from big donors around the country. Also a question about how Chris Christie will fare here. He is coming. In the past, Chris Christie has not always gotten the warmest reception from organizations like this, and Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker, who's leading the polls in Iowa. All 3 of them have a big test. They want to show their conservatism, they want to show their electability, they want to show that they have the capacity to win in general elections and win primaries, which means they have to appeal to conservatives, but also be able to win independent, more swing-type voters, which at a place like this is a difficult thing to sell. Tea Party conservatives aren't very interested in candidates who have a foot in the establishment and are looking to cut deals. They want conservative principles upheld here.
Well, we're living in serious times, and everybody's going to be watching these candidates very closely over the next 1.5 years. Thank you very much, Carl.